Hey viewers, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a very cool video. You see, over the course of the week, I've seen a lot of people asking questions like, hey, how do I play Digimon trading card game on Untapped? And, hey, what's Untapped? And with all their voices, which I actually haven't heard because it was over the internet, um, they've been asking about this site, and I wanted to talk about it myself. I wanted to teach you guys how you guys can play Digimon trading card game free of charge and free of download. So without any further ado, let's hop right into it. So here we're going to go over to decks. We're going to click on decks here. You see decks? We're going to click on that. Now we're going to click on create deck. There's other things you can do here, but we're not going to go over that. We're only going to go over things you need to know to play Digimon trading card game directly. We're not going to go over many of the Untap mechanics, only ones that I feel are necessary for you to know. So when playing Digimon trading card game in the future, you know what they do. So click create deck. You're going to click that over there. Now we're going to name the deck. This is indeed mandatory, but it's not hard to do, so it shouldn't be even a problem. Click on custom TCG. That's where you need to be to play Digimon trading card game. Click create deck. Here we're in the deck building phase of everything. Now, you see all these extra things up there. For now, don't worry about them. Just don't worry about them. Not for now. Not when you're just trying to build your first deck. Now, what you want to do is you want to learn about cards in the game. Some of you, most of you, probably already know about a lot of the cards in the game. So just search up the cards you know. You know Agumon? There you go. But this is the Agumon I wanted. What about this one? That's not him either. Wow. Oh, is this him? Oh, good. So what you can do is you can go over here and you can click this plus button, and that's going to add him straight to your deck. Now, you can use this plus and minus buttons to add and change how many copies of him you want in your deck. Now, remember, the maximum in the Digimon trading card game is 4 per number. What I mean by that is I can have 4 of this Agumon, and I can have 4 of this Agumon, and when you look at this, I can even have... Do they even have the other Agumon? No. Well, there was another promo Agumon released, and actually, you actually might have to check. They might actually have it. That's what I mean. You check alt images. Do they have the promo, that other promo Agumon? They do. Boom. Just check the alt images. Never try to add a new card to database without checking every alt images of every single card named Agumon. So now look at this. I have 12 Agumon in my deck. 12 of them. And that's just how it works. Now you can star cards here, and that means when you click on star cards, you get all the starred cards that you starred. Now, if you say Agumon before this, you'll get all your Agumon star cards. From my understanding, I might be completely wrong about that one. But now, say you just want to finish up the Agumon line, you want to get your Greymons in here. So let's search up Greymon. Let's add them to our deck. Let's get out Metal Greymon. Let's get him in our deck. Let's get out War Greymon. Let's get him in our deck. Okay, so now we have all these different... Ooh, I like this Greymon better. Okay, so besides that, besides the aesthetics of it, now you have the entire Greymon line in your deck. But you need your baby Digimon, you may hear you say. Search up your Koromon. Drag him to your second deck. If you click the plus button on Koromon, he will be added to your main deck. Drag him to your second deck. So there you have it. You can build your Digimon trading card game deck that easily. If you don't know what any cards are, per se, if you're one of those people who are just trying to build your first deck, play some games, and you're not really that well knowledge in what's been revealed so far, that's not even a problem. Not for this particular video, because in the link I'll have 2 links to different places where you should be able to find card names. Now, you probably won't be able to find card pictures in both of them, but you should be able to at least work your way around and find card names. And from there, you guys can learn about the names, about the cards you want in your deck, or cards you want to see what they do, because one of the sites probably won't have translations, but at least one of them should give you what you need. And then you want to build your first deck with whatever cards you decide to put in there. It's not going to be amazing. It's not going to be well constructed, but a couple deck building rules I have to talk about for anybody who doesn't know. Number 1, just to keep this in your mind. Your Digimon can only evolve from the Digimon of the next level. So this is the level 3, can only go into level 4, who can only go into level 5, and then to a level 6. They have to be of the same color. And baby Digimon can only evolve into level 3s. That makes sense because they're called level 2s. So that's just something you guys should understand and remember when building your deck, just for a bit of consistency. Don't add all your favorite cards because it might ruin you over. Now, let's go over to save deck and let's go over to a bit of gameplay things you guys should worry about. Now, this isn't going to be, again, I said a complete how to play, but it is going to teach you guys a couple things if that's what you guys are into. Now, we're going to start this game. It's going to be a mirror match. So it's going to be me against a mirror me. So this is an actual game. This is more like how you can do test hands or test certain things about the game. If you don't want to hop into a game with an opponent and ask them to teach you how to play, you can use this right here and just go through a bunch of the mechanics. Now, I believe this has 5 baby Digimon, and that's because before I used to think you could have 5 of the same baby Digimon, which is completely untrue. You could only have up to 4 of a single number, just like your main deck. So now, let's just hop into this. Forgive all my errors. Now, first we'll look at the things over here. This is game menu. It allows you to show you. It shows you all this, who the current players are, who the history, who you played against, and what games you played, and other things like that. No, I don't want to leave the game. Okay, this is toggle to lobby. It allows you to put the game off to the side so you can talk to friends, change up decks, and then eventually go back to the game that you were in. This is insert token. We'll talk about that later. Alert response and no response. This is usually for games that have a lot of this going on. For now, Digimon, I don't think really has any of that. They might in the future, so just keep in mind. Whenever your opponent does something that you don't like, click this button. When you have no response to it, click this button. Might seem a little weird to Digimon because you probably never have anything to do, but that's besides the point. When you have a lot of negate cards, this is what this is for. Draw and play area. You have a Digimon here. He has a Digimon here. I want to attack your Digimon. You just draw it so you can't. When you tap your Digimon, then you don't have to directly say in the chat, I attack Greymon. And your opponent goes, what is that? You go, I don't know. And then you go over to untap all. When you have a lot of Digimon spread across the field from attacking, blocking, they're all tap. On the start of your turn, you want to untap them. You simply click this button instead of having to individually do each one. Makes things easy for you. When you want to roll a dice, a D10, D20, or even D6, you can use these things. You want to flip a coin, this has that too. So just keep that in mind when you decide who's going first. Bam. Hotkeys make things easier for you. Never use them, probably never will. Now, let's go over to your main deck. Everything here is not going to be that much interesting to you guys per se for now Digimon trading card game, but I'm going to talk about them. Scoop deck. This is actually probably the most interesting thing here. Slides every card, not slide, puts every card you have on the field back in your deck. Change deck. Changes the deck you want to use. Simple. Sideboard. We have no sideboard information confirmed for the Digimon trading card game, and we don't know if we ever will. Some games really just don't use sideboards. Show last draw, not that important in Digimon. Expand cards, not completely important ever, I don't think. Look what it does. It does absolutely nothing. It just makes you see all your cards like this. Okay, now let's keep going on. Keep flipped, flip top, look at cards, find cards. Now, these 3 things is what you really want to pay attention to. Look at tops allows you to look at the top something cards of your deck. Find cards allow you to look through your deck to find a card, and flip top lets you flip the top card of your deck. All of those things are important because a lot of these mechanics are in a lot of trading card games, and you must understand what these do. It wouldn't be that hard to find out, but you must understand because in almost every trading card game at some point there's some form of search, looking at the top, or at least flipping the top card of your deck. Remember those 2 things. Now we have shuffle. If you just look through your deck or did something with your deck and they say shuffle your deck, this is what you need. So far, there's nothing like that in the Digimon trading card game. Face down pile. This is where it gets really important. When you click on your face down pile, you want to click 2, then 3, 5 ones, or 3 than 2. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but what that means is that you just finish placing your security to start the game. Now, again, this isn't a complete run through, so I'm not going to explain what the security stack is, but that's where you want to place your security stack. I've seen a couple people do it this way: play face down, 2 and 3. That was their security, but it's simpler. Just put it here. It's nice and neat, and it's not all on the actual failed. Though there's nothing really wrong with doing this. I don't think anybody will blame you or say anything about it. And if they do, then just punch them out. You can't punch them out across the screen, you say? My bad. Now, this is your expel. This is, again, like your Lost Zone in Pokemon. Almost every trading card game has one at some point. Not everyone, obviously, but most of them do, and maybe Digimon will have one in the future. Discard pile. That will be this. If you want to discard a deck from the top card of your deck, if you just want to discard a card from your deck directly, you use this side, this one. Play face down, just what I used to set the alternative method for security. Play face up. This is if it says reveal the top card of your deck, you can flip top. But if it says something like play the top card of the deck onto the field, you use this. Play card. I just went over that. Draw a card. Here's how you're going to draw your starting hand. A 2 and then a 3. You start with 5 Digimon in the Digimon trading card game. Okay, so now let's go over to flipping over your baby Digimon. So that has almost every of the same mechanics as the main deck has. So we're not going to go for everything. We're just going to, for the baby Digimon, we just play the top card of our decks. That's going to be your starting baby Digimon. There you go. I have 2 Gatomons in hand. One's abilityless, and one's has ability. Beautiful. Now, what you're going to do for Chrono Clash, the memory gauge. There's 2 ways you can run it. You can left click on this thing here, or maybe right click. It depends on what type of clicker you have. Me personally, I use a clicker for a left-handed person, but you can use right or left. Just check, just fiddle with it. Just click both of them and see what happens. Now, put it at 0 to start the game. That's what I mean by the deck option thing. I believe I talk about it in this video. My bad. Now, what this allows you to do is allows you to change up this right here. Your counters. You can use this for life in some games, resources in some games. But for Digimon Trading Card Game, we use this for the Chrono Clash. When it goes over to your opponent's side, negative it by how much they have. When it goes over to your side, positive it by how much you have. But there's an alternative method to even this. And this one I actually found out, and I think it's pretty cool. So you can play any token that they have in the game for you to use in the card database. And you can play it as a token. Put it off to the side like here or something. And then you put it, why aren't you loving me? Okay, you put it here, and you add a counter to it. Counter means we use it for damage in some games, and for other games we may use it for other things. But for this, guess what we're going to use it for? It's really cool. The Chrono Clash gauge. So just like on the thing down here, we're just going to modify the counters. Whatever click you need to do to put it negative when it's on your opponent's side. Whatever click you need to do to put it positive when it's on your side. That means that you can use this, and you can use it I just said that. At some point, I hope someone gets like a memory gauge thing in here. And you can just search up the memory gauge, and that way you can use that as your token. It'll be pretty sweet. Now, go over a couple rules in the Digimon trading card game, just because someone asked me to. When you have the same level power Digimon as your opponent, then you both get destroyed. That's an important rule you need to know, because when your opponent attacks you and you flip over the top card of your deck for security, and you have a Digimon out here, and they also have a Digimon that attacked, then the Digimon if they have the same power, this Digimon that attacks is destroyed. If they don't, then mine. If they don't have the same power, if I have higher or equal power to this guy, then when he attacks my security, we both get discarded. That's how it works. I can't speak. Okay, now, going over some other things, there's also blockers. by double-clicking a card, you can tap them. This signifies that you attacked, or rather, if your opponent's blocking, if your opponent's attacking, you can block with this. And that's why Draw and Failed is good, because when you're attacking, you can be like, I attack. You can attack a baby Digimon Fu. Okay, so you're going to put it here, and you're going to attack, and you're just going to attack. Now, that's very simple. Double-click, attack. So when your opponent attacks you and you're tapping your Digimon, when he goes, I'm going to attack, and then you go, I'm going to block, it makes just a tad bit more sense what you're actually doing, because you know I'm blocking now instead of that. What I like to do when I block is I like to draw a shield. That ugly? Doesn't matter. It's beautiful. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now, another place you can put your baby Digimon is in your expel. I've seen people play this because they know that this is your raising area. Say this was in my hand and I want to evolve up, you can just click expel and then go on top. So now you're evolving up while you're in the raising area. You just want to expel. Then this is going in your expel. And say I just evolved up maybe 3-4 times there. I get to draw that many cards. Remember, in the Digimon trading card game, you get to draw cards every time you evolve. So I think I evolved up 3 times there. I'll draw my 3. What? That's just crap. I thought I was going to get a level 6 to evolve it straight away. Probably wouldn't have the memory for that, but that's not the point. So that's basically going to wrap up everything you need to know to play the Digimon trading card game on Untap. If you're still missing anything, or if you think I forgot to mention anything, leave it in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, do all that stuff. You know, the good stuff that makes me happy that you guys are watching my videos. Now, another thing I need to mention before is that if I miss too gravely mechanics or features that means you still don't know what you're supposed to be doing, just make sure you let me know. I'll do another video. If it was just something I can answer to one person because they still didn't understand, then I'll make sure I'll say that. I'll say that in the comment section. So just question me in the comment section about things you still don't understand. If I realize that I missed a big thing that everybody should hear about, I'll just do a follow-up video, and you don't have to worry about your pretty little heads about it.